I just discovered this amazing option that you have available to you in Cakewalk by Bandlab. Check this out. I'm gonna start off with a brand new project. I'm gonna create a MIDI track or an instrument track. Let's do an instrument track. I'm just gonna do TTS. Now, I don't have to do an instrument track for this particular feature. I can just do MIDI, but I'm gonna do TTS for right now. And then I'm gonna choose whatever sound. I'll just keep it on the generic piano sound. Now, I know some of y'all may have trouble with your TTS, and I hope that you're not having issues with it, but sometimes you may have some issues with it. So I apologize for that in advance. If this does not work well with you, you can use any other type of instrument that is there, or anything that's outside of Cakewalk that'll work. There is an option called the step recorder. Up here in the record button, there's an option called step record. Now this is how you get to it. There's a shortcut for it, but if you don't want to do the shortcut, you can just go up to the record button, click on the record button and hold it down. Then you'll see comping, overwrite, sound on sound, step record. Here it is right here. And when you click on step record, you will notice that it says step at the top. Now, once you press Shift R, it should open up. Now it's automatically there, but if you want to open it up and change some of the parameters of it, then you can press Shift R. Once you have everything set up the way you want, because we're just going to do basic for now, make sure that you have your note values and everything. You're good to go. You need to remember to keep this enabled, because if you exit out of it, then you won't be able to do the step recording anymore. It'll revert back to the normal way of recording. So once you have this up, you're gonna press Alt-0 to bring up the virtual controller. This is gonna allow me to control or record straight into the computer using my computer keyboard. No additional hardware or anything needed, all within the box. So this is how it works. And if I press some notes, it automatically starts recording. And I can change the velocity and press V. If I want to get louder, if I want the octave. Okay, if I want to change the note values, slide this over so you can see a little better. Alt-6 brings up the staff view so we can look at it. And as we put notes in, make sure you definitely have the step record still enabled. So you should see the box popped up. It can be anywhere to the corner or whichever. Make sure you have your virtual controller up. So while I'm looking at my step record, I can actually tell if I press 1 on my keypad on the right side on my computer keyboard, that it's going to be a whole note. And if I press 2, it's going to be a half note. And if I press 4, it's going to be a quarter note. And if I press 8, it's going to be an eighth note. And if I press 6, it's going to be a 16th note. If I press 3, it's going to be a 32nd note. And if I press 7, it's going to be a 64th note. All right. Now, the good thing about Cakewalk, or any other DAW for that matter, is that you definitely can go in here and customize these keys to do something different. So you don't have to have the shortcut set up like this. But why fix it if it's not broke? So we're going to keep it the way it is. It's just something that you got to put into your memory. A lot of times I don't use shortcuts like I need to, but it does really help you move quicker. All right, so let's say I want to do something that's all quarter notes. I'm just going to go back to 4. All right, so now I am at quarter note, and all I got to do is just start putting notes in. If I want to change the octave, let's go to a higher octave. I'm going to press X. That's going to choose a higher octave. And let's say I want to use some chords. Let's do this. Okay, and let's say I want to switch, or if I want to do a space. All right, I can move up another octave. Maybe I want to do something. All right, you could also use the keypads, the cursor to go left and right, which will change the octaves. Or if you want to change the velocity, you can go up and down. Let's say I ended my quarter notes, and now I want to do 16th notes. So I'm going to press 6 on my computer numbers, and that's going to move it to 16 notes. But say I don't want it to start right there. I wanted to start a little later. You can just press Enter and then put it where you want it at. And let's say I want to do skip. Skip. All right. And let's say that's it. That's all I wanted to do. I can look at that. I can press play on it. Oops, I added another note. I didn't want to add that. Let's exit out of this. All right. Let's go back. Let's press play. Bring it back up. Okay. All right. Let's say that's exactly what I wanted to come up with. Now, the cool thing about that is, of course, you can go in there and you can edit, you can change the duration of the notes, and et cetera, et cetera. But this is a good way to go about being able to just quickly input notes, which is one of the good features that I always liked about using notation software. So say I want to do some basic editing on here. Now, Cakewalk is not the best editor when it comes to notation, but it is something that you can do, very basic, simple things. Like if I wanted to add a pedal, meaning I wanted certain parts to sustain longer, then I definitely could do that. If I wanted to put an expression, then I can click on expression, and then I can type like soft and gentle or something like that. And then it will put that there. So whenever someone prints out the score, which is the next thing I want to show you how to do, if you wanted to print this out, definitely all you have to do is just go up to print, and you can go to print preview, and you can see what it's going to look like. And you can see it has the soft gentle there. And then once you print it, you can print it to wherever you want. You can print it as a PDF. Another way you can go about doing it is that you can click on the track, and then you can go to export, and then you can export it as a standard MIDI file. And this will allow you to save it, save a MIDI format 1, and then you can bring it into another DAW if you have another DAW, or you can bring it into another notation software like Finale or Sibelius or Notepad or anything else like that. There are some more features that I want to explore in this Cakewalk, but I just discovered that today. As I keep reading up on things, if you like content like this, definitely consider subscribing. Click the notification bell so that way you're notified every time that I post new content. I am trying to post once a week for now on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't hold me to that, though. Sometimes it may change. But I love you all. Take care. Peace.